Benedictine. They also released their football schedule, and man, it is absolutely loaded. The non-region is almost as crazy as the regional schedule. And if you guys haven't watched it, Craig had a pretty good interview with New Hampstead coach. We have the up now on the YouTube page. But that's going to be a team in their region. They have a very loaded team. But as you can see right here, they're going to start and open up with Rabun Gap. So that'll be a really intriguing one. And then after that, they're going to play in the ERK Russell Classic at Paulson Stadium at Buford. That'll be another intriguing game. 6 days later, being able to see those two teams go at it. And then, like I said, Burke County is going to be another team. They're tough every single year. So that's also part of their non-region schedule. And then they have Archbishop Moeller out in Ohio versus the USA Classic. So that's going to be an entertaining one. That's going to be located in Alberton, Ohio at Tanks Memorial Stadium. Then they come home for one final game before they get into their region schedule. They're going to play Westminster at home September 20th. And then they have Ware County, Warner Robins, New Hampstead, Wayne County, and then Perry. So 2 consecutive region games against 2 top-tier opponents that are going to be very good this year. And then New Hampstead, another really great team, Wayne County and Perry. And what's so crazy, guys, 2 of these teams are not going to make it to the playoffs, and that is kind of crazy. It reminds me a couple years back when I was first starting here, and we seen the Stars Mill, LaGrange, their region. It really reminds me of that. It's going to be incredible to see who kind of comes out and who does. They're going to be battle testing. And when you look at this region, I mean, Benedictine did a really good job of preparing themselves both non-region and region. So when they come out and they're in, I believe it's 4A, if not 4A, it's 5A. When they come out, they're going to be ready to go. So a couple ones that caught my eye: Buford, Burke County, obviously. Archbishop Moeller is another really good one. And then, obviously, that region schedule game against Ware County, Warner Robins, and New Hampstead. And can't sleep on Perry, defending state champion as well. So it's going to be off the charts. And then Rabun Gap's a really good game, underrated game. But they're a really good team. They're in between that kind of border between Tennessee and North Carolina. But they have great players, all the time. They got a whole bunch of D1 prospects. They don't play GHSA football, but they are kind of the creme de la creme in that kind of, schedule that they play. So what's going to be interesting for Benedictine, and I thought, Hayden did a really good job. Go to scoreshill.com. He talked a little bit about it in his article, just young stars they'll kind of look to step up and replace, a really great quarterback class. In the article, he pointed out a guy that could be the favorite for the starting role, and that's going to be Stephen Cannon for Benedictine. So he's going to be one to watch. Comes in, has a Miami of Ohio offer, and a team that has historically been really, really good. Benedictine is always in the finals, always competing and battling against teams, and they averaged 41.66 points over the past 4 seasons. And we all know who they had last year, the signal caller, Luke Cromenhawk, who's now at Florida State. Didn't play in the spring game because, he had still with a minor injury, but that just goes to show you how good Benedictine always is. So I can't wait to see what he's able to do at the helm, how he's able to affect the team and things like that. I think that's going to be very important to kind of watch out for. And another player I'm gonna put you guys on. He had a really good season last year, and that is Bubba Frazier. He's a sophomore, 53 catches, 753 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He's gonna be a big playmaker for them next year. Obviously, they lost one of their standout players, Thomas Blackshear, who's now at Calvary Day last season. But it's gonna be interesting to see, besides Frazier, who else is gonna step up. But that's gonna be a playmaker to watch next year, and how they look at the running back position as well. But historically, as Hayden said in his article, they usually have an elite. It's a great signal caller coming out of the Cadets. So it's going to be an interesting team to watch. And, the schedule is off the charts. Before I move on, Craig, I got to get your thoughts, man. What's just quick reaction to the schedule? What do you think?
One of the toughest I've seen. Man, 7-3 would be still scary.
That's what I said, yeah. Oof. Obviously, you're going to go to your picks. Craig's going to have his top 10 and everything. But I can't wait to see when he comes out with for this classification where he has it. We're going to talk about it obviously later as the months roll on, but I'd be curious to see who Craig has coming out of that region.
The thing is, they've beaten Ware County, I think, 2 out of 3 the last 3 years.
Really? What's a team that they kind of struggle with that you know of? Or have they out of some of those teams? None on there, right? Oof. Yeah, man. I say, man, get y'all popcorn ready, man. That's going to be off the charts. Appreciate you, Craig, for pulling those up